correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't have a high school diploma, did you?
Nah, I ain't graduated from high school. No, not at all.
So how do you not graduate high school and then end up in the NFL?
Man, Gary, my story, man, is it's kind of crazy, man. Like people that I grew up with, and then I'm pretty much the dudes I chill with are guys that I grew up with. I mean, from the time we were 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. But anyway.
And where were you living?
I was in Barstow. My mom lived in LA. My grandmother lived in Barstow. And so it was a lot of back and forth. Mama was on crack. She was alcoholic. And so mainly with my grandmother majority of the time. Moved to Texas for a brief period. Moved to Oklahoma City for a brief period. And in between those moves, just like if your mama a crackhead and she alcoholic, I wasn't going to school. I was probably 13 when I really got in the streets myself and started doing things I shouldn't have been doing. And when I came back to California, this is when we were in Texas, I came back to California, same thing. It was like, I ain't going to school. And so my senior year, I missed my whole sophomore year, didn't go. My senior year, I was a senior, but I was a junior academically. So football season was over with. I just said, F it. And that was the first year I played football in my life, was my senior year in high school.
Never at all?
No, never played. I played Pop Warner, but I never had a right to practice, so I didn't play. I was on the team, but I didn't play 1 year. Played my senior year in high school. Obviously, I didn't graduate, and my best friend, who, like I told you, my friends, we've been cool since childhood, he was highly recruited, and so he didn't have the grades to go D1, so he went JUCO. He came down and went to Cerritos College, and I'm like, shit, we together every day. I'm coming with you. What I'm gonna do here? I'm coming with you. We together every day. And so I tagged along. I was a running back in high school. So my partner broke his foot. His backup was a cat from Compton. He got arrested, and I was third string. So first game of the season, I start because my partner broke his foot. His backup got arrested. First play of the game, I bombed somebody for like 70, touchdown. Coach was just like, oh, we got something. And just the rest is history. Took off from there.
So you just basically, you didn't graduate high school. You just basically rode with your homeboy down to Cerritos College, which is right outside of LA. And then when you got down there, did they make you get a GED?
Nah, so this is the thing, man. People don't realize that. I don't know how it is now. To get into junior college, you don't need a diploma or a GED. I took the assessment test to get into Cerritos College. So once you take that test, if you score high enough, you're admitted into college. And I would like to think that I'm a smart human being. I just didn't apply myself early on in life. And so I scored high enough. Midway in my second year, right before my second year started at Cerritos College this summer, the head coach came in and was like, you should get your GED. I think you're going to have a really good chance of going to college, and it will look better. And so I went and took the test, passed it easy, and got my GED going into my second year at Cerritos College.
And then Oregon State sees you at Cerritos.
Yeah, coming out of Cerritos at JUCO, I was like the #1 junior college player in the country. Obviously, it's so many different lists, but on certain lists, I was #1. Other lists, I was 3 or 4. But yeah, I was just really in JUCO. Every ball I caught, it was almost like a touchdown. It was like I was like the Reggie Bush or the Peter Warrick at junior college, man. Yeah.
Did you get recruited by other schools? Like,
oh yeah,
I know you went to Oregon State, but
Oregon State, Oregon, SC, Arizona State, Arizona. I had offers pretty much. Auburn. I was gonna go to Auburn, really, to be honest with you. I had offers pretty much every school in the country.
What made you decide on Oregon State? Because that's literally in the middle of nowhere.
I was going to SC, and Dennis Erickson had just got hired at Oregon State, and my coach at Cerritos College was like, he's just come from the NFL. The Seahawks had just fired him. I think that would be a good move. They're gonna throw the ball a lot. That's what he likes to do, is throw the ball a lot. And I hadn't known of Dennis Erickson, from him being at the U with Miami. And so I was like, all right, I took a trip up there, and it was probably, like 15 dudes, bro, no lie, that I played against in JUCO that was also JUCO All-Americans. And we was like, let's just come up here and dominate this shit, man. And like 10, 11 of us, we all signed with Oregon State. And obviously, we did well, beat their ass like we said we would. And quite a few of us made it to the league.
Did you guys, sorry, I'm kind of naive. Did you guys, what bowl games did you go to when you was there?
We beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. Beat the shit out of them, bro.
I thought that was it, but I was like, I didn't want to oversee.
I mean, that year, I really believe we was the best team in the country, man. We was the best team in the country.
Who'd you lose to that year?
We lost to UW. We lost to UW 34-32. Kicker missed like a 35-yard field goal last play of the game to win the game.
And that's the only game you lost?
Only game we lost. We beat Oregon when they had Joey Harrington as a quarterback. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah, Detroit Lions.
We beat them. Yeah, we blew SC out. That was like our coming out party that year. SC was like ranked number 8 in the country. We were unranked. And we smashed them, beat the shit out of them. And that was kind of like, oh, Oregon State is for real. But
that was the 2000 season, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have receivers with myself and Chad. Our running back was Ken Simonson, and we had a cat named Patrick McCall that was from Carson, California, transferred from Michigan. Nick Barnett, he played at least 10 years in the league. Dwan Edwards, he played at least 10 years in the league. James Allen played a long time. My partner, Terrell Roberts, may he rest in peace. He just got shot and killed up in Richmond, California last year. He played a while in the league. I mean, we had a lot of guys on that defensive side of the ball that played a long time in the NFL.
So, but you was a 7th round pick by the Bengals.
Stupid.
Was you expected to go higher?
Yeah, man. Gary, like people like this whole perception of me, man, was like, I've been fast my whole life. Like everybody know where I'm from, like I'm fast. And so I get to the league and they brand me as slow. I'm like, oh, all right. I mean, we come out, I run the 40, I blaze it. I jump 38 inches my vertical. I bench 225 22 times. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm getting drafted high. And I literally thought I was going to get drafted high, but I think it was this perception of me from talking to my college coaches afterwards was the way that I acted, the way I carried myself, and the way that I played. They just thought like I was uncoachable, like I was just some gangster. That's what they used to tell my coaches. He's just too thugged out. I'm like, I just play with passion.
Because it's funny you say that because a couple years ago, I ran into you. Was that 2 years ago? The Bengals were commemorating the 50th year anniversary of the franchise, and I saw you, and we were up in the suite, and you was calling like the plays out, like kind of like Romo does when he be announcing, but you was doing it in such a thug way. He was like, hey, this motherfucker about to run an 8. Oh, no, boy, stupid in the cover 2. But I was like, I wish TJ could announce the game on, like, pay-per-view.